Hey guys, Senny here, and apology. I've had to re-record my complete audio of this because I decided to kind of record it all originally on my wrong mic. So today we're going to be going through Dayz Map in real life. Now I made one going back 2.5 years, 3 years ago, but then the scene the Dayz was a lot smaller. But Dayz, aka Chernarus, i.e. South Segovia, is based in the real-life area on the northwest side of Czechoslovakia. More specifically, a city by the name of Ústí nad Labem and its hosting province. And obviously you can find that, like I said, in the northwest side of Czechoslovakia. Now, as you can see, it is quite a large region, and more specifically, it is slightly larger than what you expect. Now, the map of Chernarus is around 40 by 40 kilometers, give or take. But as you can see, it has its own coast from a river, which is obviously the other coast you'll expect. But I believe this is around 50 by 50. In reality, I could be wrong. Any Czech fans out there who's watching, please go ahead and correct me. I'm down for it. Now, Ústí and obviously the rest of the region there is what you expect to see for the IRL map. So from Berzino to Solonichny, down to Kamishovo, to Elektrozavagosk, as well as Cherno. And obviously you can see already that it has very, very, very close similarities to what you can expect to see in real life. Now obviously you can see that Cherno is actually close to its real thing. Hosting obviously Vistovo, Debovo, and Novoselki. Obviously the stuff, the actual tower blocks that you can see. And obviously I will show you what I'm on about as well from the in-game, but obviously going to the east you've got Piridovsky, as well as the military area. Obviously, like I said, Debovo, Novoselki, and Vistovo. And as you guys can see, obviously, it's very close to the actual real thing, and both in-game. Now, if we're going to head east from Piridovki to Electro to Karishovo, is that you can see as well how accurate it is to this real thing. It has obviously the Great Ocean Highway running down to the south side, as well as a road heading north, which is obviously leading out of the city into a woodland or a forestry area surrounded by obviously like hillsides. Now for the most notorious region on the map, the Western Midland. Obviously we're going to have Green Mountain, which is notorious, which funnily enough is called Green Mountain, but I believe it's obviously something to do with Dayz fans, just putting it as such. But as you can see, the road's going straight through the middle, big hill with surrounded by like a circular set of trees, and to the southwest is Zelenogorsk. Obviously guys, let's be honest, Zelenogorsk is obviously not everyone's favourite city, but you can see how very similar, if you've ever looked at like the maps and stuff, and especially I Survive, how similar it is, obviously with like a gas station there, going to like a church, and obviously heading north you get to obviously Sosnovka, past Sosnovia, with obviously like a barn to the just north side of Sleno. Okay, so now for Putoshka. I call it Putoshka because every time I go over I always shit my pants because I usually get shot at. But Putoshka is obviously one of the more popular areas on the map, probably somewhere everyone who's played Dayz for a decent time has been through at least several times. But you can see already how close it is. Obviously the church behind us here, but what I'll do is I'll definitely show something on screen now, which you can see how accurate it is. Obviously, heading south, obviously the housing position is getting a bit similar, but obviously the housing's not exactly the same. But you can see, like, you can definitely see how familiar it is, even when you're just looking at it from a map perspective. Okay, heading more northeastern, obviously you got military base VMC, and as you can already see, Dayz fans are already taken over with a flipped Humvee there. And obviously Vybor, you've got the Vybor farm there, i.e. the factory area. As well, you can see that it's very familiar, obviously looking at it from a top-down perspective. And heading east, you've got Cabinino, obviously that there is very familiar as well, if you spend plenty of time in Cab. Obviously heading north, you've got Krishino, a very formidable town, especially for those who like basing in the church. Now I can guarantee most of you guys are waiting for the start of Sobor, especially the farm district and the notorious Red Barn, but you can already see how close it is to a 1-to-1 of the real thing. Obviously the road going through it, the Red Barn on the east side next to the farm, with the two farm, like the barn, like the concrete ones in the centre, with the open top area as well. As you can see, the Red Barn is clear. Obviously that's where the Star Military will be there. And obviously you got a church in the centre and stuff like that, which is pretty awesome to see. Put yourself down there and you can see how close it is to the real thing, and it's scary, but it's also so cool. Now heading further east, obviously you've got Novi as well. I'm not going to spend too much time on Novi, but you can see it's pretty much 1-to-1 with the barns and obviously with the PDOB and the farm area. Now for all you Ultra videos and enjoys, there is actually a hill where it actually is represented, but unfortunately there is no radio station there. And obviously this is Udorka. Heading to the north, obviously we've got Tizzy, and obviously you can see that if you were to put a iSurvival over the top, you can see that it'll pretty much map out close or pretty much spot on. Further, well, we'll go to down here first. Obviously there's a castle down here, also known as Zub Castle. You do have the town of Vishnoya to above it, and a small, on the right side there is like a little housing district, a little house. But you can see there, it is pretty much close to Zub Castle. Obviously, I don't have any full images of it. Obviously, Vishnoya there, a little small house on the right of Zub. But yeah, it's pretty much spot on, positioning wise. Obviously, you've got Mogilevka to east, southeast area. Pretty cool. But yeah, it's very close. I think this is the only part of that was fairly similar is the farm area. Obviously, you've got Lopatino there. I believe that is Vavilovo to the north of it. Now, along Great Ocean Highway from the west, obviously you got Sinistok going to Topolinka to Navoya, to Zaprudno, to Ratno, as well as Severograd, all the way through to Vergino and so on. We'll just go zoom in here a little bit to where Zaprudno is, and obviously that'll be the military with a farm. Obviously you'll go into like the industrial of Novo or Navoya, and then to Topolinka, and then road to Sinistok, which is all pretty cool, as well as everyone's favourite military base, Tizzy. This is actually used as a training base for jungle, well, I would say jungle warfare, but woodland warfare. But you can see that it's not exactly modelled to Tizzy, but obviously there is some resemblance to it. But unfortunately, because obviously it's got changed since, you can't exactly see it. It's nothing similar anymore. But you can see as well on Google it's been hijacked by Dayz fans as well, which is awesome to see. I think Dayz's probably got one of the more loyal fan bases dedicated to the game. This would be the radar area, but this is just a garage. Nothing too realistic to it. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So if you enjoyed this video, would like to see me do I'll probably do either Livonia next or Deer Isle. Please go ahead. As well, I'll just point out that's Tissy as well, the actual town. Now, I'll probably next it'll either be Livonia or Deer Isle. If you guys want to see any of those, please go ahead. Let me know in the comments which one you prefer to see. And I'll see you guys later on.